Rain pounded the marble steps outside St. Mark's Cathedral. Lightning flared, illuminating dark stone and trembling pillars. Emma Weston stood at the top, her silk train soaked. Her breath came in quick, shallow gasps. A distant siren wailed through the storm's roar. She clutched her bouquet as thunder cracked overhead. Her heart hammered against stay strap ribs. Footsteps echoed behind her on the wet pavement. She glanced over her shoulder. No one was there. The night air tasted of cold and fear. Wind ripped at the edges of her veil. A shadow slipped along the church wall. She pressed her back against the slick stone. Droplets slid down her porcelain cheek. Her wedding ring felt impossibly heavy on her finger. In that moment, every happy thought shattered. Her maid of honor had vanished just minutes ago. Her groom paced nervously at the altar inside. She had to reach him before what? Something in the dark had her name on its lips. She squeezed her eyes shut against panic. A puff of air rushed past her ear. She whirled, searching the gutters and steps. A single red heel lay abandoned by the fountain, its partner hidden beneath dead leaves. Her pulse thundered in her ears. Fear coiled through her chest. Lightning flashed again, revealing a figure. He stood beneath the carved archway, drenched and silent. His silhouette was familiar. Her breath caught cold and raw. She blinked, uncertain if the rain played tricks. Her heart stuttered. He hadn't aged a day since their last goodbye. His coat clung to his shoulders like a second skin. Water dripped from his dark hair. His eyes, emerald green, pierced the storm. He raised a trembling hand. She wanted to move, to run into his arms. A crashing thunderclap froze her limbs. A distant shout cut through the rain. She realized she wasn't alone. Helena's scream echoed from the vestibule. Emma's breath came ragged. She darted toward the door. Ice-cold rain lashed her face. She stumbled on the marble threshold. The inner doors groaned as she pulled them open. Candles flickered in the grand nave. Guests sat in stunned silence, dripping in tuxedos and gowns. The stained glass windows glowed strangely in the lightning. Father Donovan's collar was damp and askew. Her groom, Michael, stood at the altar, confusion etched on his face. Emma's knees wobbled as more footsteps sounded. Bridesmaids and groomsmen crowded behind her. She dared a glance back outside. He watched her from the shadows. His hand pressed against the cold arch, years of secrets written in his gaze. He smiled, a sorrowful, haunting curve of his lips. Her chest tightened. She risked a single step forward. A spotlight snapped on at the choir loft. It bathed the aisle in white light. Michael's hand rose, shielding his eyes. Emma hesitated under that glow. His presence anchored her fears. The hush in the church was deafening. Rain drummed on the roof like restless drums. He stepped forward, and the shadows clung to his heels. Her heart roared in her ears. A priest's whisper echoed from behind the altar. Emma caught her breath and forced her shoulders back. She raised her chin, resolute. The unknown threat lurked at the door. Her promise to Michael burned bright in her mind. She ignored the ring on her finger. She fixed her gaze on the man at the entrance. Time stretched thin between us, she thought. He waited a decade for this moment. A single candle guttered in a draft. Emma's pulse slowed, replaced by a calm resolve. She would face him before running to Michael. Her breath found steadiness. She squared her shoulders and took a step. Another followed. She reached the threshold of light and shadow. He paused, rain trickling off his coat. Their eyes locked. Memories flashed, laughter by picnic tables, whispered promises under a willow. A decade of silence separated them. Now thunder rumbled, shaking the rafters above. Emma swallowed and spoke, her voice low but clear. "Why are you here?" He inched forward into the light. Water dripped from his lashes. "Because I had to see you glowing one last time." Her chest tightened. She felt the world tilt. Michael's confused whisper drifted from behind her. She turned briefly, then back. The man's face held regret and something darker. Lightning flashed, outlining his features. In that stark white light, Emma knew danger drew near. A sudden scream cut the tense silence. Her maid of honor collapsed at the altar steps. Chaos erupted, guests gasped, chairs scraped. Michael dropped to her side. Emma's gaze snapped back to the man she once loved. He raised a trembling hand toward her. Rainwater dripped from his fingertips. He whispered, resolve echoing in his tone, "I never stopped waiting." Emma's heart pounded. She took a step back. Thunder boomed like an executioner's gavel. Her veil fluttered wildly behind her. She clutched her bouquet like a shield. The world held its breath. Then a shot rang out. Emma's head snapped toward the source. Pain and shock flashed across every face. The man's eyes widened. Blood splashed against the marble. Emma's legs buckled. Everything turned blue and red. Her vision blurred. She fell forward into Michael's arms. The cathedral doors slammed shut. Darkness swallowed the stained glass. Silence fell like a guillotine. And somewhere in the storm beyond, footsteps retreated into the night. Emma Weston wakes before dawn in her Brooklyn brownstone. She pads barefoot across creaking wooden floors. Sunrise glitters through lace curtains. She brews strong coffee in a chipped mug. Her kitchen smells of cinnamon and rain. She sips slowly, savoring warmth. Her phone buzzes with work emails already waiting. Emma works as a junior architect at a Harlem firm. Her desk sits under a sketch-strewn corkboard. Blueprints litter her tidy workspace. She sketches late into every night. Her boss, Martin Cross, expects perfection. She juggles deadlines and self-doubt daily. She glances at a framed photo on her desk. A younger Emma smiles beside a man she once loved. Their arms linked under a willow tree. She blinks away the memory. Her sister, Rachel, calls out from the stairs. "Coffee's ready, Em." Emma sets her mug aside. She kisses Rachel's cheek as she descends. Their small apartment buzzes with sisterly chatter. Rachel studies journalism at NYU. She teases Emma about dating apps. "Find someone who makes you glow again," she says. Emma forces a laugh and nods. Her gaze drifts to the wedding invitation on the table. She traces the calligraphy with a fingertip. A knot of anxiety tightens in her stomach. She wears a simple silver band on her left hand, not a wedding ring, an old promise ring. She slips it off and hides it in her pocket. Emma grabs her laptop and heads to the subway. The morning chill brushes her cheeks. She steps onto the platform as the train screeches in. She clutches her bag tight. A flicker of movement catches her eye. A dark figure stands at the tunnel's edge. Her pulse quickens in the crowded car. Electric lights hum overhead. Emma presses her back against a cold pole. She stares at the reflection in the window. Her eyes look determined but haunted. A whisper of that stormy night returns. She breathes deeply, steadies her racing heart. She wonders why her promise ring feels so heavy. A voicemail from Martin waits unread. She knows today will change everything. And she isn't sure she's ready. Emma steps off the subway at Herald Square. Her phone buzzes with a text from Michael. "Can't wait to see you today." She tucks the promise ring deeper in her pocket. A soft breeze carries distant church bells. She remembers Helena's sudden disappearance. Her heart twists with unease. At her office, Martin greets her with a stack of blueprints. She sighs and follows him into the conference room. A white envelope sits on the table. No return address. Her name is scrawled in familiar handwriting. She picks it up with trembling fingers. Her breath catches. Memories of that stormy night flash. Inside, a single folded page, a wedding photo of Emma in her dress. But the face beside her is not Michael's. It's the man from the cathedral doorway. His emerald eyes glitter in the glossy print. A note scribbled below reads, "I never stopped waiting." Her vision blurs. She drops the photo onto the table. Blueprint corners curl at the edges. Martin frowns. "Everything okay?" Emma forces a nod. She tucks the photo into her bag, her hands shake. She retreats to her cubicle. Alone, she reads the note again. Cold dread seeps into her bones. Someone watched her wedding rehearsal. Someone stole Helena from the cathedral, and now they're speaking directly to her. Her phone pings. A calendar reminder flashes. "Meet Michael at St. Mark's Cathedral, 6 p.m. Her breath hitches. She types a reply to Martin, "I'm unwell. I'll finish this tonight." She stands and grabs her bag. Her pulse hammers. She hurries toward the elevator. A black SUV idles at the curb outside. Its tinted windows stare at her. Emma's chest tightens. She steps out into the rain. Lightning flashes over 7th Avenue, and she realizes her safe life just ended. Emma's phone vibrates again. A text from an unknown number reads, "Stop the wedding or she dies." Her breath hitches. She drops her umbrella in the rain. Her heart pounds. She looks around 7th Avenue. Black SUVs glint under streetlights. She slips her hand into her pocket. The promise ring feels like an anchor. She texts Michael, "Can we talk? Urgent." No reply. She steps into a coffee shop for shelter. Steam clouds the windows. She orders tea instead of coffee. Her hands tremble as she holds the cup. Wet footprints mark the floor behind her. She turns. A man in a dark hoodie watches silently. His eyes vanish beneath the hood. Emma's pulse races. She swallows hard. He stands, then leaves without a word. Emma's chest tightens. She finishes her tea and hurries out. Rain pounds on her coat. She pulls her hood tight. Footsteps echo behind her again. She ducks into a bookstore. Rows of novels offer false comfort. A clerk smiles and asks if she needs help. Emma shakes her head. She edges toward the exit. The clerk calls after her. She ignores it and bolts outside. Her phone rings. It's Rachel. "Where are you?" Rachel's voice trembles. "Rain delay," Emma lies. Rachel is suspicious. She tells Emma to hurry home. Emma hangs up. She flags a taxi under a neon sign. The driver glances at her wedding dress in her hand. "Destination?" he asks. She whispers, "St. Mark's Cathedral." He nods and pulls away. Headlights slice through the storm. Emma watches black cars mirror them. At every turn, she sees their taillights. She presses her forehead to the glass. Tears mix with rain. Her phone buzzes. A video message from Helena's phone. Helena's pale face fills the screen. She's bound and gagged in a dim room. Her eyes wide with panic. Emma stifles a scream. She curses under her breath. She taps to reply. "I'll save you." The video cuts off. Emma turns to the driver. "Stop, now!" He pulls over on Church Street. She jumps out into the soaked pavement. She presses her palms flat against the wet cobblestones. She draws in a shaky breath. She pounds on the cathedral doors. They swing open instantly. Michael stands inside, soaked and worried. "Emma." "What's wrong?" She holds up her phone. Helena's video replays on the screen. Michael's face drains of color. Behind them, the dark figure from the subway steps through the arch. Emma grips Michael's hand tight. He stares at the man. Recognition flickers in his eyes. "Lucas," he whispers. Lucas, the ally from the past. He steps forward, expression unreadable. Emma's heart swells with relief. Then fear spikes again. Lucas glances at her bouquet. His jaw tightens. "Emma," his voice is low. She opens her mouth to speak. A gunshot rings through the nave. Candles gutter. Glass shatters in the rose window. Michael pulls Emma behind a pew. They huddle close. Rainwater drips through a crack overhead. Their breath mingles in the dim light. Emma squeezes Michael's arm. His pulse is frantic. She mouths, "Helena!" Lucas leaps toward the altar. He fires another shot. Wood splinters where the bullet hits. Emma's vision spins. A priest screams. Michael shields her face. Emma's eyes lock on Lucas's. He seems torn. His finger shakes on the trigger. Emma stands and calls out, "Lucas, stop!" He hesitates. Thunder crashes. Lightning illuminates his conflicted face. He lowers the gun. Emma's legs tremble. Michael holds her steady. "Why?" Emma demands. Lucas's voice cracks. "They took Helena, they'll kill her." Emma's chest tightens. She realizes the stakes have grown. She must trust Lucas again. She steps toward him. Michael grips her arm. "Wait," Emma turns to Michael. "We have no choice." She faces Lucas. "Tell me what to do." Lucas nods, relief flooding his features. He leads them down a dark corridor. Candles flicker in alcoves. They reach a hidden side door. Lucas kicks it open. They spill into a narrow stone passage. Emma's heart hammers in her ears. Water drips from arches. Their footsteps echo ominously. Lucas whispers, "They're upstairs in the organ loft." Emma glances up at the towering pipes. Michael swallows. He grips Emma's hand. She nods, steeling herself. They climb a spiral staircase. Each step moans under their weight. At the top, they find Helena tied to a beam. Bruises darken her cheeks. She trembles but looks relieved to see Emma. Emma rushes forward. She kneels beside her sister. Helena whispers, "They want you to stop the wedding." Emma kisses her forehead. Lucas covers Helena's mouth gently. "Quiet," he hisses. Emma works to loosen the ropes. Michael keeps watch. They free Helena's hands. Helena rubs her wrists. Emma turns to Lucas. Now what? Lucas scans the loft. A trapdoor lies partially open. He nods. Through there. Emma helps Helena up. Michael steadies her. They crouch and slip through the hatch. They drop into a dusty storeroom. Boxes of old hymnals block the only window. Rain seeps through cracks. They cut Helena's bonds fully. Helena's eyes fill with tears. Thank you, she murmurs. Emma hugs her tightly. Michael scans the room. Where's Lucas? Emma whirls around. The trapdoor slams shut above them. Silence suffocates the space. Helena's gaze flicks to Emma. Fear tightens her throat. Emma's blood runs cold. They are trapped below the cathedral. Footsteps pace overhead. A deep voice calls. She's ours now. Emma's hand tightens on Helena's. Michael's jaw sets. They prepare to fight their way out. The walls seem to close in. Thunder rumbles far below. Emma breathes deep. She steels herself for what comes next. Their only hope lies in confronting the unseen enemy and uncovering Lucas's true motives before it's too late. Lucas leads Emma and Michael to an abandoned garage. Its overhead door squeaks as they enter. Concrete floors feel cold under their feet. Dim bulbs cast weak yellow light. Emma shivers in her damp wedding dress. Lucas hands her a leather jacket. She shrugs it on, appreciating the warmth. Michael pockets his phone and follows. Emma's pulse thrums with adrenaline. Lucas nods toward a punching bag. First lesson, defend yourself. Emma eyes the bag warily. She lifts a boxing glove from a rack. Her fingers tremble under the leather. Lucas shows her a guard stance. Feet shoulder-width apart. Chin tucked, hands up. Emma mimics him unsteady. Lucas pads his hands and steps close. Jab, he instructs softly. Emma throws a quick punch. Her fist grazes the bag. It swings back and hits her calf. She winces but nods. Lucas smiles, encouraging. Again! She throws 2 jabs. Her knuckles sting pleasantly. Lucas adds a hook. Turn your hips. Emma twists, feeling power. The bag swings wildly. She laughs breathlessly, sweat beads on her forehead. She lowers her guard. Lucas taps her glove. Keep focus. She steadies her breath. Her heart slows. He signals Michael. Michael joins, holding focus mitts. Emma practices combinations. She lands a clean hit. Her confidence grows. Good, Lucas says. He steps back. Next, he murmurs. He leads them outside. Rain has stopped. Streetlights gleam on wet asphalt. He points to an empty alley. Weapon training. Emma's eyes widen. Lucas reveals a small handgun. Emma's stomach flips. He demonstrates proper grip. Fingers wrapped, thumb locked. He shows her stance. 1 foot forward, weight balanced. Emma holds the gun tight. Her hands shake. Lucas guides her aim. She breathes in, breathes out. She squeezes the trigger. The shot echoes off brick walls. Emma flinches but stays steady. She turns to Michael. He nods approval. Lucas smiles faintly. Again! Emma fires twice more. Bullet holes pepper the alley door. Her chest swells with pride. Lucas lowers the gun. Emotional control now, he says. They return inside. Lucas leads Emma to a wooden target. Close quarters. He holds a padded shield. Emma aims and fires. Michael counts down. 2, 1, fire. Emma squeezes. The shield absorbs the impact. Lucas nods. Good. He steps close. Final test. He hands Emma a flashlight. Lights dim. He flips a switch. The garage plunges into darkness. Emma clicks on the beam. Lucas throws a straw target across the room. Emma tracks its path. Her grip firms. She fires. The target shreds. Light floods again. Emma exhales, her hands steady. She meets Lucas's gaze. He nods, genuine pride shining. Michael claps softly. Emma feels stronger than ever. They pause as rain starts again outside. Drops patter on metal roof. Lucas removes his gloves. He reveals a scar on his palm. Emma studies it. He clears his throat. My brother taught me this. His voice is low. He looks away. Emma senses deeper pain. She places a hand on his shoulder. Lucas nods gratefully. Michael watches both silently. Emma's chest swells with resolve. She stands taller. Her fears have shrunk. She smiles at Michael. He returns it, relief shining. Lucas steps back to the door. It's time. Emma tucks the gun into her jacket. Michael lifts Helena's hand in his. They head outside into the night. Rain soaks their clothes again. Their breaths form clouds in the cold. Emma's voice is steady. "I'm ready." Lucas nods and leads them into darkness. Their training ends here. The real fight begins now. Emma, Michael, and Helena slip into an alley behind the garage. Distant sirens echo through empty streets. Lucas checks his phone's dim screen. His jaw tightens when he reads a message. He frowns at Emma. "What is it?" she asks quietly. He hesitates, then shows her the screen. "They have your sister meet at Pier 17, alone." Michael's face pales. Helena gasps. Emma's chest tightens. She grips Helena's hand. Lucas turns away. His shoulders slump. Emma steps closer. "Why didn't you tell us sooner?" Lucas's voice is low. "I thought I could save her without help." Michael's fists clench. Emma stares at Lucas. "Your secret almost cost us everything." Lucas bows his head. Rain falls in cold sheets. Helena shivers. Emma wraps an arm around her sister. Michael demands answers. "Who are they?" Lucas closes his eyes. "An old syndicate," he murmurs. Emma's eyes widen. A syndicate from Lucas's past. Her heart pounds. "Why target us?" Lucas exhales sharply. "They want the promise ring you hide." Emma's breath hitches. She presses her hand to her pocket. Michael glances at her. "Promise ring," Emma nods. Lucas explains in clipped sentences. "Years ago, Lucas stole it as a bribe. He gave it back without telling you. The syndicate believed it held secret codes. They never let go of that lie." Emma's world spins. Helena steps forward. "You gave them this?" Lucy, Lucas's brother, forced his hand. He blackmailed Lucas with threats. Lucas's eyes fill with shame. Emma's anger surges. "You betrayed me." Lucas flinches as if struck. Tears blur his vision. "I'm sorry," he whispers. Helena's voice trembles. "We need a new plan." Michael glares at Lucas. Emma sets a hand on Michael's arm. "Not now," she looks at Lucas. "Help us now." Lucas nods, resolute. He taps his phone again. Pier 17. 1 hour. Emma clenches her teeth. She feels trapped. Michael squeezes her hand. Helena's lip quivers. They move toward a taxi's flashing light. Inside, Emma plans her next step. She glances at Lucas. "Can I trust you?" Lucas meets her gaze. "You have to." Emma exhales slowly. Rain pelts the windshield. Michael stares out at dark water. Helena rests her head on Emma's shoulder. Emma whispers, "Stay alert." Lucas opts for silence. They arrive at Pier 17. The rusty dock creaks underfoot. A single lamp flickers above them. Emma's pulse races. Michael grips her hand. Helena shivers. A black van idles nearby. 2 men step out, their faces hidden by caps. They wave Emma forward. Emma steps into the van's open door. Michael hesitates. Lucas nods. Michael climbs in after Emma. Helena remains below. The door slams shut. The van speeds away. Emma's heart pounds in her ears. She turns to face their captors. Both men wear stern expressions. One holds Helena's promise ring box. Emma's stomach drops. He snaps it open, revealing an empty slot. Emma's throat tightens. "He doesn't have it," she breathes. The man laughs harshly. "Then you're lying." Michael steps protectively in front of Emma. The second man presses a gun to Helena's temple. Helena winces. Emma freezes. Lucas's voice crackles over the radio. "Don't move." Michael seizes the radio. "What do you want?" Lucas's answer is chilling. "The ring by midnight or she dies." Helena's eyes fill with tears. Emma turns to the captors. She forces a calm tone. "Where is Lucas?" They smirk. "In the back seat." Emma's heart sinks. She glances behind her. Lucas sits with a bruise on his cheek. He nods to her. Emma swallows hard. She steels herself. "You have 1 hour." The man releases Helena. Helena collapses against Emma. Emma supports her sister. Michael glares at the captors. They drive through empty streets. Moonlight glints off wet asphalt. Emma's mind races. She needs a plan. She whispers to Michael. "We lure them to the church." Michael nods. Helena perks up. "It's our only chance." Emma reaches for Lucas's hand. She squeezes it gently. He nods in return. They drive in silence. The clock ticks toward midnight. Emma, Michael, Helena, and Lucas arrive at the cathedral's iron gates. Moonlight pools on rain-slicked cobblestones. The black van screeches to a halt. Doors fly open. 4 syndicate men pour out. One holds Helena by the arm. Emma steps forward, voice steady. Let her go. The leader smirks under his cap. She's ours until the ring arrives. Michael pulls Emma back. Lucas raises his gun. Emma shakes her head. No more bullets, Helena's eyes plead. Emma turns to the group. We'll trade the ring. The syndicate men glance at each other. Their guns stay lowered. Emma reaches into her jacket. She pulls out the empty ring box. Her hand trembles. Here, the leader snatches it. He opens the box. He snarls at the emptiness. Michael presses a hand to his mouth. Emma steps closer. Check the lining. Lucas nods. He rips open the box's bottom flap. Inside, the ring glints. The syndicate leader's face twists. He tosses the ring to Emma. Helena runs into her sister's arms. Emma breathes a shaky sigh. Michael keeps watch on the men. No one moves. Then a gunshot cracks far above. A bullet shatters stained glass in the Rose window. Glass shards rain down around them. Everyone ducks. Lucas curses. They've sent backup snipers. Emma's heart hammers. She tucks the ring back into her pocket. Helena clings to her side. Michael scans the rooftop. Dark figures move behind broken glass. Emma takes a deep breath. She lifts her chin. Find cover. They dart toward the church entrance. Syndicate men open fire. Bullets ping off stone walls. Michael pushes Emma and Helena inside. Lucas covers their retreat. Emma slams the heavy doors. She locks them with trembling hands. Inside, echoes of chaos fade. Candles flicker in the nave. They press against a pew. Emma checks Helena. Helena nods, tears in her eyes. Michael inspects the doors. Fortified, he breathes. Emma glances at Lucas. What's next? Lucas moves to the altar. He pulls aside a loose stone. A dark tunnel yawns below. Secret passage, he whispers. Emma's pulse races. They lead Helena into the tunnel. Michael follows, pushing the stone back into place. They descend narrow stairs. Each step echoes softly. Cold air brushes their faces. They reach an underground crypt. Dust drifts in candlelight. Shelves of ancient tomes line the walls. A single exit door stands ahead. Emma pushes it open. They emerge into a shadowed cloister. Rain seeps through broken arches. The cathedral looms behind them. The syndicate van sits empty nearby. No guards in sight. Michael signals all clear. Emma steps into the open. She reaches for Lucas's hand. He nods. They run across the courtyard. Footsteps thunder behind them. Syndicate men burst from the gates. Emma pulls Helena along. Michael grabs Lucas's arm. They sprint toward a waiting taxi. The driver kills the engine lights. Emma waves frantically. The taxi lunges forward. They pile in, hearts pounding. Tires spin on wet flagstones. The courtyard lights blur past. Emma holds Helena close. Michael sidearms at the door. Lucas scans the street. No pursuers in sight. They exhale relief. Emma's legs tremble. Helena whispers, "We made it." Emma brushes her hair back. "We did." Michael catches Emma's gaze. Their eyes hold fear and hope. Lucas leans back, bruised but alive. He breathes deeply. Emma touches the ring in her pocket. She smiles weakly. "Promise kept." Helena yawns, exhausted. Michael wraps an arm around Emma. They pull into the rain-washed night. The cathedral's spire retreats behind them. Their escape is complete, barely. But Emma knows the danger isn't over. She stares at the horizon. Steel hardens in her chest. She will end this tonight, and finally be free. They arrive at a safe apartment on the outskirts of Brooklyn. Emma slips out of her wet jacket. Michael helps Helena climb onto a sofa. Helena curls under a blanket. Lucas locks the door behind them. Rain patters softly on the window. Emma sets the promise ring box on the coffee table. She breathes deeply, exhaustion heavy in her chest. Michael pours 3 cups of tea. Steam curls upward, filling the room with warmth. Helena sips slowly, eyes growing calm. Emma circles the room, settling on a wooden chair. Lucas removes his soaked boots at the door. He sits beside Emma. She looks into his tired eyes. "Thank you," she whispers. He nods, gaze distant. "I couldn't lose you too." Emma opens the ring box. The silver band gleams softly. She slips it onto her finger again. Its weight feels comforting. A code engraved inside catches her eye. She reads it aloud. 10 years, 1 promise, forever. Lucas leans forward. That code saved Helena, he says. Emma looks at Michael. He smiles gently. We're safe now, he assures. Emma exhales, tension easing. She cups Michael's hand. Helena finishes her tea and stands. She hugs Emma tightly. I knew you'd come, Helena murmurs. Emma kisses her forehead. I'll always come. Lucas taps his phone. It's time to end this. Michael nods. He dials Detective Ramirez. He gives location details in a low voice. Emma listens, hope blooming. They gather their belongings quickly. Lucas leads them through back alleys. The city sleeps under storm clouds. Sirens echo faintly in the distance. They reach a police convoy waiting nearby. Detectives and uniformed officers move quietly. Emma steps forward, courage renewed. She hands the promise ring to Detective Ramirez. He examines it and nods. This implicates the syndicate leadership, he says. Lucas provides messages, video footage, and witness statements. Officers spread out, ready for arrests. Emma watches as police vans roll away. Sunrise breaks through clouds overhead. Pale light glimmers on wet pavement. Helena exhales, relief softening her features. Michael wraps his jacket around her shoulders. Emma steps onto the curb. She feels the city awaken around her. Cars hum, birds call in distant treetops. She breathes in the fresh morning air. Lucas stands beside her, rain droplets on his coat. She meets his gaze. Thank you for everything, she says. He offers a small smile. We both kept our promise. Emma glances at Michael. He lifts her hand, admiring the ring. We have a new beginning. Helena tugs Emma's hand. Sister lunch, she asks. Emma laughs softly. Let's go home first. They walk together down a quiet street. Sunlight warms their backs. Emma's heart feels light for the first time. She squeezes Michael's hand. He pulls her close. She rests her head on his shoulder. Lucas watches them with a soft smile. Helena skips ahead, humming a tune. Emma pauses under a blossoming cherry tree. Petals drift around her like confetti. She looks up at bright sky. Hope fills every breath. She steps forward, joining her family. They move toward a future unshadowed by fear. Emma's promise ring catches the sun. It glimmers like a beacon of faith. She knows love and truth endure. Their story ends here with quiet joy. But the promise lives on forever.